not projecting into the future, and it's not allowing you to think about the past, but it's actually staying present where you are with your breath, your movement. And if your movement consists of, you know, walking through an environment, just being observant of what's going on around you and how you're taking in that information. The other aspect is stillness. And stillness, for some people, sitting still might be how they go into stillness. For other people, stillness might be walking outside in nature. Or it might be moving and being, what I'm just gonna say. When I say stillness, it's like thinking about what are you feeling? So it's more, instead of being collective, like movement, like meditation or mindfulness, is looking at things around you, but it's going more inward when you are still. And it's asking yourself questions like, what do I need today? How am I feeling? But really when you're asking how are you feeling, give it a name. So if you're feeling anxious, why are you feeling anxious? And then try and sort out those different kinds of emotions that go along with that. But how can you support yourself through emotional, I don't know, anxiety? And I'm just using that as an example. Or sadness. If there's something that has occurred, can you hold yourself space and decide, what do you really need to do? Do you need to give yourself a hug? Because being kind to yourself is first and foremost for any kind of self-care. And it's honoring what you need. And it's not about what is right for me or what's right for, I don't know, your neighbor. It's what do you need? And everything with self-care is also individualized. So I did write a blog that will be up on Studio T Pilates website Tuesday afternoon. So if you're interested, go ahead and please log on and read the rest of it. So what I'd like you to do this afternoon is to take a seat, whether you are in a chair or you are like on the floor like I am, and I want you to place your legs in a position that is right for you. So I am going to give you lots of cues to acknowledge where your body needs to be this afternoon. And I think that that's really important because, you know, everybody can't sit on the floor like I am. So sitting in a chair, maybe your legs are extended out in front of you, however it feels right for you. Now go ahead and place your hands on your knees. Now, if your hands, maybe you want them turned in or turned out, maybe even palms up, but allow your hands to rest and relax here. And gently close your eyes and begin to acknowledge how you're feeling right now. Acknowledge your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your breath as you take it in on the inhale and release on the exhale. And notice how you're feeling, both internally and externally. Now I want you to begin to put a little bit of movement in with your being seated. And that might be something as simple as making, I call it abdominal circling, and going just, you might go side to side, you might go front to back. And for others, it might just mean sitting still, and that's okay. So where do you need to be this afternoon with your body? Now, if you need more movement, go ahead and take one hand to your knee and bring your other hand behind you. And just begin, and you can do this in a chair as well. So if you're sitting in a chair that has an arm on it, take one hand to the arm and then the other hand, just bring it slightly behind you. And just find that gentle twist here. And now go ahead and bring it back to center. And if you're going to continue with me, go to the other side and you're going to bring that hand behind you. Just a nice gentle twist here. Bring it back to center. Now this time drop your chin towards your chest. And allow your chin to lift so you're coming through neutral and continues stretching the front side of your neck here. Now go ahead and bring it back to neutral. Continue that nice and breathing. Now, if you're content staying where you are, you can. If not, come and join me. Now, and again, these things can be done. We're gonna do, it's called cat and cow. So if you're seated in a chair, bring your hands to your knees. So I'm gonna show you how to do this first. And you're gonna curl your chin down towards your chest. And now as you inhale and lift up, broaden through your shoulders and take your gaze forward. And again, so you can round in and then release as you broaden across your chest and your shoulders. Now, if you're coming and joining me on the mat, come all the way down. Bring your hands to the floor, open your fingers, and find just a neutral position here with your spine. And then you're gonna round and articulate as high as you can, and then release and lift. And again, you're working within your own range of motion here, and what feels right for your back. And then one more time, rounding it, and then releasing it. Now, and again, so now if you're in the chair, you're gonna do the same thing. From here, we're gonna just take one arm. You're gonna stretch it up toward the ceiling. So you're in a slight rotation here. So for somebody else, your hand might be here. Or for somebody else, or if it feels good, you can also take your hand behind your back. Now go ahead and release your hand back to the floor, and I'm going to talk you through the second side. Now go back to that, wherever you are, with your hands on your knees or hands on the floor, and round your back into that cat pose. And then release and lift your chin in cow pose. And again, pull your chin towards it, not pull, round your back. And now release your chin. From there, bring both hands down, and now you're gonna take that opposite arm and you're gonna lift it, and you're gonna rotate in the opposite direction. And you might find that your one shoulder might be tighter than the other. And each one of these movements that we're doing, I want you to find curiosity and with the movement and what feels right to you this afternoon. And now bring yourself back down, release your arm if you haven't already, and you're gonna shift yourself off to one side. If you're on the floor, your legs are gonna be staggered. So for those of you that practice Pilates, this sometimes is known as mermaid legs, but you're gonna bring one hand to the floor. And again, so in the chair, your legs are gonna be straight, but you're gonna bring one hand to the side of the chair or even on your thigh, and you're gonna take your other arm and reach it up and over. And again, you're gonna play with that arm. And I want you to, you might even take it and do like a half circle as you round it up. And now go ahead and bring that hand back down. And the hand that was on the floor, you're gonna release it up and over. And you might even notice one side is tighter, or maybe because your hip is down, it's gonna have an impact or a bearing. Release your hand down, and now let's go to the other side. So bring your hand to the floor and reach that arm up and over. And now, from here, let's explore what feels right for you. So move your arm, and maybe moving it in a different direction is gonna make it feel a little bit deeper. Bring your hand back down and take that arm up and over. Release your hand back down. And this time go ahead and bring your knees, excuse me, not your knees, your ankles. If you're sitting on the floor, you can cross your legs. And bring your hands back to your knees or on the chair or on the thighs, wherever it feels right for you. And I want you to come back to your breath. And I want you to go ahead and take a breath in. And then just release and gently let it go. So oftentimes, as we've been a part of now COVID for a long time, many of our bodies have gone into what I'm just going to call, there's been traumatic states that people have gone into. It's affected your breath, it's affected your moods, it's affected so many things. And I think that honoring and moving your body with curiosity is so vitally important to help you maneuver your way through opening up your body. So I would like to end with telling you that I am going to be announcing later in the week, on November 1st, I'm announcing that I'm actually going to be doing another trauma-informed mini course. But there's going to be more details that are going to follow. So I would really encourage you to follow. If you have questions, please send a direct message to me. I would love to hear from you. Everybody have a great evening. Thank you.